Good morning, good morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mrs. Dawn and Miss Kim, Janine, Mrs. Pat, and Rosalind from Canada, and Mrs. Gisandra. Thank you so much for your support. Today is our day, fifth out of the 6 days that we put together to celebrate women in leadership. And March is a Women Month, so that's why we put all this platform with all the sisters, the strong women behind that helped us to continue doing this every day. So thank you deep down. We say thank you, and for you to live. I know weekend is always busy for all of us, but for you to leave all your doing and connect to this morning, thank you, and may God bless you guys. So stay with us, please don't go. And tomorrow is gonna be our last day, and we will love to see you back, all our speakers back, so tomorrow we can celebrate and to close very well, so that around the world people can see that yes, they did something amazing, so that next time when we put something out there, people can also come. And one thing I want to say is we have some speakers who couldn't make it. But I'm sorry for going this way, because I'm this person who always say things the way it is. We are leaders, and whenever we put something out there, let's try our best instead of giving excuses. I cannot make it, I cannot. Imagine if it's a pay job, you're gonna do your best to be there. So let's do our best. This one, you don't know who will meet you here and will say, come and speak, I have events coming and I will pay you $5,000. You never know. Maybe next time I'm gonna say, okay, I wanna pay you to come and speak on my event. But because I was deceived once, I couldn't refer that speaker. I'm just this direct person. And whenever I'm committed to do something, I just go ahead and do it. So thank you, lady. And back to you, Janine, if you are there. Janine. All right, back to you. I think Janine is having a problem, and I know our speaker is already here, which is Mrs. Dawn McCoy. Thank you, Mrs. Dawn. Can you just let us know where you are connecting from, and so that we can start this? Thank you so much for your patience, ma'am. Thank you.
Oh, sure. I hope you can hear me okay. I'm delighted to be here among other dynamic women leaders. So thank you. I'm coming to you from Richmond, Virginia, USA. So I'm
Oh,
very
I'm in
excited
Virginia
to be,
Beach.
yes.
I'm in Virginia Beach, so we are from the same state. Thank you for joining, and can't wait to hear from you and the powerful message that you're gonna send to the world, to the women, to the girls out there trying. It's difficult to start, but once we start, there is no going back. If you are out there struggling, this is the time for you to connect and listen, have some nuggets so that you can redirect yourself. We are all trying. It's always a way to start. You are not the first, you're not going to be the last. People have been there before you, and they are trying every day, step by step. So you need to be here. And each time you hear something about women conference, please, no matter how busy you are, connect with the conference and just feel yourself and redirect yourself. Thank you, Miss Dawn, for connecting. And back to you, Janine.
Can you guys hear me? Can you
Yes,
guys hear me? Okay, good.
yes.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Coach Don. And I'm very grateful that you ladies are here. That just like we started this Tuesday afternoon, are very committed to empower women. So thank you for this conference. My co-host, Coach Sandra, and myself really are very glad. We started really empowering women every single day, starting March 1st, because we are celebrating these queer women. And we believe also in partnership. So that's why we're creating this platform. Just like Coach Sandra, they said this morning, we definitely committed, even though, you know, we had to shift the different things around this conference, but we are definitely committed to serve. We are committed to empower one another. For the last few days, we've been having different speakers, and there are some of them that couldn't make it, but don't worry, they're gonna come back in April, because we're going to have also series of events. And at the end tomorrow, just like Coach Sandra did say, that we're going to celebrate with everybody, and we're going to give you more opportunity to be able to know how to get involved with Coach Sandra activities and all the program that she's doing, and myself. So definitely we are very glad to be here, and we are glad that you guys are trusting us to be able to come to our platform and to be able to empower women. So we are definitely running out of time, but we are gonna give this time to Coach Dawn, and she's gonna be able to give us some nuggets and some tools this morning about leadership and about really sharing her personal experience about her pen and her purpose. So thank you so much, Coach Dawn. You have the floor.
Oh, very good. Well, thank you. I am going to hopefully share my slides with you and just run through storytelling is sort of what I would love to be able to impart. So I will see if that's a available feature to do so. And if not, I'd love for storytelling. So let me see if I can get that connected here and go through. And let me see here.
I think I have to make you as a co-host before you can share your screen, right?
Oh, maybe. I
Yeah,
see
let
it
me
says,
put you as a co-host so you can share your screen.
oh, okay.
All
Oh,
right.
that's good. Thank you
Already
so much.
done. I think
All right.
yes, I did already.
Okay, very good. That looks
Thank
good
you.
there. And let me see if I can get that going there to this mode. Let me see as well. So this is wonderful to, as I mentioned, be part of such an esteemed event and opportunity of women leaders gathering together. Hopefully you can see my screen here.
Yes.
And in short, just wanted to share very humbly that my experience is not unlike others. It's probably similar, that we all have stories to tell. And so I come from a long line of storytellers. Many of my family members, including my mother, my grandmother, my aunt, were seamstress and quilters. And so they learned to tell a story through the art of quilting. And so I am not a quilter, nor do I have those amazing skills, but I have been able to weave together stories and intricate details. And that's what I wanted to share with you today about my story as evolving as a woman leader and being able to be someone. I was raised in San Jose, California. Many of you know, is prior to its burgeoning Microsoft and a lot of the .coms and Apple, it was a sleepy house village of San Francisco, where people would go to enjoy break off for vacation. So there were orchards and outdoors. San Francisco is known for the trolley cars, but our family spent many time doing stories and outdoor adventures. I'm the oldest of three, and as I mentioned, not only seamstress and quilters, but community leaders. My great grandmother was a minister, a reverend, esteemed. And so she was a leader in her community in South Carolina and others. So the leadership ability wasn't just mine, it's something that I considered to be passed on. A lot of what I was able to do as being a leader, going to attend university, I'm the second generation of college going. And so in that, I pursued degrees that could be helpful. I thought I was going to be a doctor and went to Howard University and studied where my father had wanted to attend, but years ago was not able. And so I proudly worked my way through school. It was not an easy journey. That, as many of you know, as we as women leaders, we think that we just have to get in and do the work, but I needed to learn while I was becoming a leader. And so that journey of being a student, but also being a working student, led me to opportunities working where I say in the community, working among the people, working with homeless people in industry, and then leading to opportunity to work on Capitol Hill. I say that because many women and girls don't look to an opportunity to be a leader. They think they have to get permission. And I want to make sure that we all know that it's not permission that we need. We give ourselves permission. We look inside ourselves and learn to become that advocate. And so when I saw that people in Washington, D.C. were living on the streets, the homeless world, it hurt my heart. And so I knew I needed to do something in the social policy area. And in that regard, worked my way into Georgetown as a graduate student because I was not like other students who had family who could afford. I needed to work. And so I ended up first getting an internship where I was an unpaid student being able to work on Capitol Hill. And that first job, getting a free job opportunity where I was not being paid, was the best thing. So I want to encourage those who are thinking about being a leader, think about how you can shadow or follow or even look into what people do. And it may not be a paid opportunity to start. Actually, the congressman that I work for in Washington, D.C. hired me on as a full-time staff member after he saw how hard I worked for free. He realized that my leadership abilities were remarkable, that I said I will do the work, and he saw that. What did I do? I worked my way through Georgetown as a graduate student then, going to school at night because they did not have classes for us who regular 9 to 5 work. So I needed to take more time to finish that degree. And so I look at that as a journey of being able to be pivotal in what I did. I say that to stop and pause and not take liberty, I guess, that school is not the only avenue. I thought I wanted to travel and not do school and be an advocate, which is a part of the next chapter of my journey. I thought that I wanted to be a doctor, as I mentioned, helping people, but I didn't think I could do, after I had a little stint with some trial runs and working in emergency room work and others, it was not for me. And I realized that I still wanted to help people. My circuitous journey here in being a rare disease advocate is fascinating because I did, after working on the Hill, serve in various capacities, being able to be helpful and be a resource, all those leadership qualities we talk about. I was able to get a great deal of skills in education and training. And not only that, but be an executive director in various capacities. But I must say that about 10 years ago, I actually birthed a wonderful young son, Joshua, who has special needs. And being on the autism spectrum and being that he has other health conditions that require attention, that led me to be a rare disease advocate. So can you imagine, here I am in this career, imagining that I'm going to be a leader and I'm going to be in charge. And suddenly I'm thrown into a new world of being able to manage my son's disease. As a working mom, I had to take pause from what I thought was going to be my calling and career and to be focused on my son's health needs. And in turn, I became an advocate. People realized I talked about being a working mom, being someone who helped children with special needs, cognitive abilities, managing school. And so it became a wonderful hybrid of, again, those college days when I was just helping out. Now I was helping my son. Now I was helping other leaders learn how to thrive and other parents learn how to manage challenging diseases. I got myself ramped up and further equipped with a certification in what's called Virginia Partners in Policymaking program, which helps special needs parents like myself and also self-advocates, future for my son, to learn how to speak for themselves. And so I'm learning the skills now and never knew that I would be in this arena, but it's certainly one that has taken me on a journey. The idea of being a leader is that you use your skills however you best need. And when life calls you to be a leader in that area, don't shirk away, but help to leverage what you already know and do. So I don't see that my journey took a detour or a side route or took me away from my real career. It actually has embellished and enhanced that. And I'll talk about more of that in a moment. What's been remarkable on that journey, not only being able to be, again, that platform of being a grunt intern on Capitol Hill, led me to jobs where they wanted to have someone who had insider experience. So I was able to work in the nonprofit industry, various leadership roles, because they said, you've worked inside government, you've worked outside as an advocate, and you're passionate about what you care for. That led me to not only being someone who is very vocal and participatory, but also the recipient of community awards, meaning I was bringing others along with me. A leader's job is not just to be in the position to grandstand and pop their collar, but really to make sure they're bringing others along. So I knew I had to bring not only other parents of special needs kids along, but develop other women leaders. We don't have enough people out here. So I want us all to challenge ourselves to think about maybe one or two ways that we can bring along another woman today. Think about the ways that we can, and not for an award, not for a leadership job, but to think about what does it take? How much energy is it? Not a lot of energy. I've actually been appointed to boards and glamorous roles that don't really matter much other than me being a mom and being an advocate and being a leader to other leaders. So I say that because these chapters are great and I am very honored to be in these positions. But I have to say that being a leader who brings along others has been my greatest personal reward and award. And I want us to think of being in leadership roles, it's not just being the person in the helm, but being the one who helps others. I also, along the way, decided I needed to publish some books. In my free time, I decided that I would take time to specifically look at the leadership journeys that I've had. Leadership Building Blocks is the culmination of my 7-step leadership development process that I developed years ago, mostly through serving on an elected school board role, but also through learning, like my grandmother, parents, and others around me about what leadership means. I took pen to paper and blogged regularly about what leadership means. And you can look and find me out there at flourishleadership.com. And I'll drop my information in the link later if you'd love to follow what I do, but also just to tune in because leadership is so important. Personal development and collaboration, those are so important things because it's not just about being able to be someone in a role, but being able to be someone who is very vocal and making sure that we're being very poignant in what we do in our collaborations. Next, I wanted to share as well, that I decided to talk about podcasting. I didn't think about it, it just fell into it. It was something like, I like to talk, so may as well put my voice out there on the audio waves. I had no clue how to get started. I actually just started recording on my phone, and believe it or not, it's easier than you think. So any of you who think you have something to say, I want you to figure out there are a lot of ways to just take your phone and get out there and start putting together your messages, communicate out to others what's important, and be able to share. It is absolutely so important about making sure that we are doing everything we can to be resources and a platform for others to feel empowered. Finally, I'm glad that I was able to be a guest podcaster and radio show guest, but it's really led me to be doing more of what I love and my passion in all ways. One of the things that I think we need to do more as leaders and being thinking about how we can be thoughtful is not just about how we are thinking short term, but long term about how we are helping. I do want to make sure I'm mindful of time for everyone who's participating, but also to share a little bit more of my story. As a speaker, someone who's been a guest lecturer, an MC, being out there, your leadership role is not just about standing up in front of people. It sometimes is behind the scenes. It's sometimes just helping others understand what it means to be a leader. And so while I'm glad that I've been a speaker, I've been the person helping the people who are speaking to figure out how to do that. As a public servant, I have been elected and appointed. I currently sit on a board in Virginia, appointed by the governor to help children with special needs and families. Because of my work, running my mouth probably, I was highlighted for someone who would be able to help. And I'm glad for it because you know what? Again, I'm using the skills and talents I have to be a resource for others, in this case, special needs families. Back in the 2002, I was elected to the Sacramento School Board, where I served proudly to be a resource to those in my community. More recently, I've been a live streamer and taken to video reels on Instagram, and I'll drop my link. It is where I find I have the most fun. Because I won video marketing contest again, I find that leadership isn't just about being over on the side or leading others, but providing short, quick messages and providing content and information to help others. So I find that Instagram and also some of the other platforms, YouTube is great for a longer run. I find that leaders can also, like I mentioned, podcast and get things out there. Blogging, find what fits for you and go with it. I encourage people to think about developing your content and your tools. So I'm still evolving as a leader. I'm actually a work in progress every single day. I don't consider myself to be any more knowledgeable or less knowledgeable than anyone else, but I just have taken the talents, skills, bumps and bruises along the way, and certainly the challenges, and taken them to bring something so that I can thrive. You can follow me at Flourish Leadership because it's all about flourishing as leaders, and follow me on Instagram at Dawn McCoy Books. I look forward to talking with you more, questions, answers, and really just learning how we can continue to evolve as women leaders. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh,
Thank
go
you
ahead,
so much,
Janine.
Coach. Yeah, thank you so much, Coach Dawn, for this few nuggets. And we have some few questions for you. But
Yeah.
if you don't mind, Coach Dawn, before we ask you our question, and I know you're running out of time, but can you just also click on the StreamYard so we can be able to add you, so all of these people, they can be able to capture you right away, if you don't
Yes.
mind. And we're gonna, yeah, if you can check that. I think you
I
took
can
the
do that.
Zoom. That's okay. That's okay.
Absolutely, not a problem at all.
That's
I'm
okay.
so glad. And feel
Yeah.
free if you questions, I would love to, because that's how we
Yeah.
all get better and
Awesome.
become better leaders. So I'll
Yeah.
jump on
So
StreamYard right now.
I do remember that the way I did actually, get in contact with Coach Dawn, it was really just like she said on the Instagram, and especially her videos, it just give you energy. And so I always
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I'm here.
Oh, did I go out of I was joining StreamYard? Did I not join on right? Okay, let's see here. Allow.
I can hear you too. I just can't hear Janine.
Yeah, we can't hear Janine.
Okay, Dawn. Let's see here. Oops. I'm here. You see.
hear me now.
I can hear you, Janine. I
We
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you now, Janine.
You can? Okay.
Yes.
But I feel some echo.
There was echo, but it stopped.
Oh, okay. Okay, so my question to you, Coach Dawn, can you also tell us some of the women who inspire you, on your journey while you started? Because I can see you have so